In 2009, an unknown perpetrator broke into an occupied residence on 9th Avenue in Pompano Beach, Florida. Once inside the residence, he found his way to the master bedroom, where the victim was asleep with her 2 infant children. He had woken her at gunpoint, sexually assaulted her, and exited the residence through the front door. After sexually assaulting the victim in this case, he left his DNA behind, which became a key point in this investigation. The Broward Sheriff's Office used the resources available to them at that time, but no suspect could be found. The Broward Sheriff's Office received a grant to prosecute cold cases, and with the aid of that grant and that funding, we were able to do genealogy work on the DNA left behind in 2009. And they run the DNA profile through the Department of Corrections to see if there's any relative that might be related to the perpetrator. And in fact, in this case, we found that relative. It was later determined that that relative was the defendant's son. But once we had the son's name, our analyst was able to dissect that family tree and come up with the most probable suspect in this case.
Once we got the familial hit, I was able to use his name, and I did a whole background check on him. I was looking for relatives who were connected with this person, any type of relative. It was a challenge, again, like the father wasn't mentioned on the birth certificate, so I had to go back to other databases to see if there was mention of an actual biological father, which I did find. So I did have Wisler Marcellus' name, nothing else. So I had to dig in more. There was, I had a city, so which was the city that he lived in, which is Pompano Beach. I was able to dissect it from there.
We were able to get a DNA warrant signed in Dade County, and once he returned from Haiti, with the assistance of the Customs and Border Patrol, we were able to execute a search warrant at the Miami airport. And during that execution of that warrant, we were able to collect DNA samples. After we obtained his DNA samples, they were turned over to our lab to do a one-on-one comparison to the DNA left at the crime scene in 2009. We were able to get an exact match that the DNA collected from the airport from Wisler Marcellus was in fact the same DNA that was left at the crime scene in 2009. The Broward Sheriff's Office Viper unit, they located him, apprehended him.
We got him, he's off the streets right now. This person was sexually assaulted while her kids were at home, and it's just traumatizing. I feel like I'm happy that we closed this case out and looking forward to the other cases that we have.
I think what it means to every cold case investigator is that we're the voice to the voiceless, and in some cases the voice of the forgotten. So many years have passed on some of these cases that we investigate, 20, 30 years or even longer, where nobody even recalls what the victims' names were. We take it upon ourselves in our unit to step forward and be their voice, be their representatives, and advocate for them every step along the way. And it means the world to all of us.